want to say is cheers for the free angle on AKs 2 rounds in a row.
Reload it!
Can we not?
I don't
Why
want
have
to
you
play
just scrolled
Clubhouse
through
again.
all of the maps to find Clubhouse again?
Why did you guys have to make us
I
try?
forgot which order it was. I don't know why.
Do we really want to play Clubhouse again? Because I don't think these want to play Clubhouse again.
Club's a
Fuck
bit
off.
Don't
gay.
make us.
Can we
please.
reban?
I mean, we gave you free rounds at the start, then, so come on now.
I mean,
this
is what happens when we try.
Ford, it's your
It's like
choice.
trying
Do you want to
to
play
try
Clubhouse
again.
again?
I think Magic was only off Clash and Carly for about 2 rounds.
Remember, you should have let us fuck
I
around
can't hear what
more.
you're saying,
You
Ford.
probably would've won.
We're defense first. Change the sides.
Yeah, I have done. I've changed it in settings.
So we want to play Clubhouse again? Oh
Look
my
at the
god.
stuff.
For fuck's sake, you guys are
You're all gay.
yeah, for real.
Sense done the map bans, not us.
Yeah, but I didn't realise
No,
Clubhouse
you
was
literally
still
also
in
did the
pool,
map
though.
bans. You're not
I've
innocent
never,
in this.
I've never done map bans before. I didn't know that's how it worked.
What was the last ban map?
It would have been Cafe. But
Do you want to play
What,
Cafe
you got
instead?
No, we don't play
You guys
Cafe,
could
why
defend
would we
first.
do-
No, because apparently it's our strongest map.
We're down for Cafe.
What was the map
We
before
don't
that?
play Cafe. Villa,
We'll play
fuck
in
that.
border.
Bro, did you see us like by Revive yesterday on Cafe? We're shitty.
I'm going to start the second half, guys, which is going to be on Clubhouse unless Ford very explicitly says that he wants to play something else. But I think Ford has made his mind up, so... Yeah, that's all good. Cool,
No
cool.
fights,
Do
that's
you want
right.
to play Fiend?
Have fun, guys. I'm starting the second half.
No,
No fight,
Taz,
first round,
you
no
can
fight.
go fuck yourself. I'm leaving lobby if you start a theme.
Fucking hell.
So side swap here, and Red will go on to the defense for Clubhouse Part 2. I think I've got one person watching at the moment, which isn't particularly surprising considering the start of the last match. Capital band coming out from Team Misalignment. Not sure particularly why, considering that Rebel didn't run it at all. I suppose maybe trying to protect their clash that they have been running. And Bermonti coming out, unsurprisingly, from Rebel. Oh, actually, I think I've got this wrong way around, sorry, No, Rebel banned the Capital, and then Uwu banned the Monty, so a little bit of target banning coming out. Mirror ban again. And I imagine we'll probably see... It was Castle last time, I imagine we'll probably see an Echo or Maestro this time. Yeah, Echo banned this time, so... Maestro in play. And I'm now casting Red. We're going down to this church basement for the 4th time in a row across the 2 maps. And I have my dessert, so I am just going to be eating for a minute.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Different strat coming out here from Rebel, who I think they're doing the reinforcements the same, but I don't know if they're going to go for a double roam upstairs.
Rolling razor wire. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
In between the halves. since I was criticising Ford for opening up this wall, and I have actually dropped it, so taking the immediate feedback there. Yaris and Ford now on the top floor, so playing this completely differently to last time. I have to question breaking up a new strat after you've lost the first map. I feel like this would have been good to do in the last round where you could have salvaged a point, but the complications of playing a best of 2 on the same map being shown here is you're trying to hide strats but costing yourself a point in the process. Since I'm losing the opening to Fod, Rebel here looking a lot more confident on this roam strategy now that they've wasted a lot of the time with Uwu. They don't have the same utility in sight to actually deal with, so it could be difficult here for Uwu to break down the roam, but they might be able to benefit from a lack of utility to break down in the last 30 seconds. Just depends if they can level out this man advantage, and Yaris and Fod seem to have just kept control of his gym bedroom side. Uwu just going on flank watch now and just trying to sneak past him potentially. Uwu deciding the best course of action here is probably just to push down the main stairs together. This is a very awkward push coming out from them, so just walking up to shields and peeking into bullet holes. That's not able to land a shot there, and Jude punishes magic and back up, and Yaris caught off, so just Fod and Jude left, and the early round room, which wasted a lot of time, getting called out here, and Ford able to land the headshot on the retake.
Bomb located by attackers.
Doesn't know that the plant was going down and gets punished for it. And Rebel just not able to win this bottom floor no matter what they're doing. Rebel busting up the same roam strategy again, so let's see if they can make it work this time. This is their 5th attempt at church in a row, unsuccessfully.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
I will say that was quite impressive there from Uwu in the last round, just to pick up on the fact that the roamers upstairs were wasting all of their time and being very efficient and coordinated and all going down main stairs, all making a very quick push onto the side players. Getting a couple of kills on the flank watch and pushing into sight and just being able to evade the roamers quite successfully.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Very aggressive there from Ford. Not sure if he's actually aware that he's down Tats, who is just outside this window, waiting to see if he can get picked up or not. Ford's taking a lot of damage. I don't know if he's aware that he's down the player here. I'm wondering if he's maybe feeling a little bit cautious, or maybe he's aware that he has down the player, is waiting for the opportunity to go for a double kill, but actually gets punished by Magic, who is just watching this and Good patience here from Uru, who aren't rushing the revive. And Taz is picked back up, so the opening kill swings the other way. Unlucky from Fod not to get 2. Little bit of mistiming, but nice coordination from Uru to make sure he's not able to jump out and get the guy reviving the buck. All of Rebel left for top floor, just Yaris here roaming over by the pool table. And Uru are just being incredibly efficient with their droning. Mozzie gets picked off and there's a 5v3 and Uru just looking so efficient on taking this attack onto the bottom floor. I'd love to know if their drone placements are pre-coordinated or not, because they seem to have every aspect of the map covered, and it's taking very little time for them to clear out aromas and identify where they are. And their drone spots seem to be quite well hidden as well, because the defenders here don't seem to be having very much luck in terms of finding them in every early round. Lovely angle here coming out from backup, who gets a kill onto the Habana of Magic. But Crucio punishing the smoke inside and getting the shot onto the Ella as well. Now it's just backup, having to retake this one before. Savage here coming up from Uru, who just put this into another Church Arsenal attack win for them. Not sure if Rebel here just trying to make Church Arsenal work. It's not going particularly well for them. This looks like it could be full SSG strat. Now, this is going to be really interesting to me because Uru have been droning exceptionally well, and this could counter them quite well, although they are now taking the Glazamara, so they look to have gotten a little bit bored. So going on to the Maverick, and this is full SSG, so they could have a lot of trouble breaking this down now that they haven't taken the full utility.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
Now I'm just
by
going to
attackers.
spectate the drones here because I'm actually kind of intrigued to see what they do. So several of them looking like they're AFK. That's bringing his through the strip and finding a lovely angle to get his drone up here. Quite a few objects which you can jump your drone up onto here, but that's one I didn't know. And actually losing his drone. That's sloppy there from Jude, who doesn't actually get the drone. Tats gets away with just being able to put his drone in the bar.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And Jude had a second opportunity there to get it, and he chooses not to.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Crucio got the garage cam. Magic droning all the way down is allowed already, and none of these drones getting picked off here. Sloppy from Rebel, who, although they're doing a really heavy setup to try and deny the droning, aren't actually chasing any other drones. Blue Rush coming out here potentially. As Crucio gets the opening kill onto Fod. And they drop into absolute chaos down here. Impact Grenade actually getting the kill onto Magic. Crucio's pretty lit up, but backup injured in sight. From what I've seen, the blue push onto the SSG strat seems to be a weakness for a lot of teams. So I'm sure SSG know how to counter this, but a lot of teams don't seem to have it worked out. Dude does drop the planter. They haven't been able to retake control yet of Arsenal, but Caesar does level up the man advantage, and Rebel getting another kill here, messing up the C4, so just Crucio with very little HP to try and clutch the 1v2. And I think this is the strength of the SSG, you can just somehow retake it into a man advantage, but... And Rebel finally get their Church Arsenal win. With a bit of a scuffed around from Uru, who had the man advantage and just threw it. Their initial blue rush working out, but then just not being able to turn it into a plant. Possibly over-peaking the Church players. And Rebel now forced to go to another site at last. Maverick actually not banned this time round, so surprising to see Rebel leave that in play, but willing to put up with it by the looks of it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And I think this is fairly similar. I think this is actually identical to the setup that Rebel did in the first time round on Clubhouse. FOD not using this as an opportunity to bring out any new strats.
My beautiful evil eye is ready.
10 seconds left before insertion.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
5 seconds to insertion.
ATS active and effective.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
FOD very late with his reinforcements here. Could get punished if we were aware of this. FOD very lucky there. And since I does seem to be opening as well, and Bandit immediately in position to trick this, but doesn't go for it. And Caesar had every opportunity there and just at the last second decided not to. Sensei, who's gone on to support for some reason, after playing really well on the Zofia, just getting punished for it. Not quite sure what's going on with Uru, maybe they're just testing a couple of different role changes, but this is extremely dizzying for Pinky, who is upside down and getting zapped. Bandit here not sure what to do against his wall just being destroyed. Waiting for the opportunity to shoot the Maverick's feet. Maverick looks to be going for the entire wall here, which is really brave. This is not what I would do if I was Uru. I think the Maverick's about to get punished for trying to get the entire wall. Oh, this is going to go really badly wrong for Uru, and yeah, Jinky get punished. That is not how to Maverick trick. Magic taken down 2v2 here, 2v4 sorry I mean. A couple of Maverick holes not going to be enough as all of the hard breaches are dead. And now a lot of pressure on Crucio as he tries to either go for res or try to clutch for 1v4. Magic, I don't know quite where he's injured. All the way down in garage, so could get the res. He's trying to crawl out in time and Crucio is going around to get him. Kind of sloppy here from Rebel to not challenge this. Probably not aware of the down. And Magic on his last few seconds here and doesn't actually make it, which is a little bit awkward. Just overextends himself and Crucio now just kind of staring into the garage trying to work out what to do. Sees a cam on, I can't shoot it past the metal railing, but he does get run out on by FOD, who takes a little bit of damage for it by the looks of it. I'm not sure if he took some damage earlier, but Crucio just trying to come up with these red stairs, just see the Jude, and now just kind of walking around this bar area. 20 seconds left, nowhere near side, doesn't even have diffuser, so not really a winnable situation, but let's see if he can add a couple of kills to his tally.
15 seconds to go.
Sees a bandit, misses a couple of headshots, predicts a guy on red stairs, lands a couple of body shots, and nothing coming out here for Crucio, who now just hides in the
5
corner.
seconds left.
And almost dies to the
Operators
bandit running
have
out,
run out
but
of time.
manages to save his KD. And it's 2-2 here. So Rebel winning 2 sets in a row. They are going to have to go back to gym bedroom. Let's see if they do the Kaid Goyo strat again. Bandit actually coming up this time. I forgot the castle was in place, so makes a lot of sense. Sensei has completely dropped off after top fragging a game as a Fear Elite in my last map. He's gone on to support for some reason. I'm not sure if he's just bored of playing the entry, but Magic here and Crucio, who were playing the Ashe and Zofia last round, I think, not quite living up to the same. Well, Crucio's doing pretty well to be fair, but not quite living up to the same round effect.
Seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion.
Double Vulcan set up here. Actually, no, that's just a normal shield here, so a bit of protection at the top of main stairs. Just doing a cash hold this time. Fod going for spawn peak. Wasn't able to get to him in time, so I don't know if he landed any shots or he got his head taken off. And Rebel look like they're making stuff up on the spot, which is sloppy. The default cam's being left up here by Woo, which is sloppy from them.
By attackers.
Imagine to get a drone all the way into gym just to check the setup. Maybe just checking to see if there's any ADSs before they go in and do anything about it. Nathan not doing anything against this bandit. Not particularly effective. Getting the lower half of the wall first, which I'm not sure if this is the play. And they've actually, I don't think he's got the south side of that wall properly, so I'm not sure if the Maverick trick's actually going to work out for him. I think he's not going to be able to make the wall. It does make the wall soft. Okay, I'm surprised by that. Buck is on the wrong side of the map, so they're potentially about to waste an Ashe charge on this wall. Gonna be a little bit awkward when they find the Goyo shields in a minute, but I suppose they got a couple of nades to try and get rid of them as well, so could make use of it.
Going live.
Tats gets the kill onto the Yaris. Backup taking damage as well. Caesar does actually level it out. They've opened up the entirety of this bathroom. Nowhere in there to sit now for the defenders, who are just forced further back. They've actually, a couple of them have gone downstairs. A couple still over by Cash, but we've got backup on barely any HP and Caesar down, so not looking too good for Rebel here.
Defender is approaching.
Ford going for a mad run out, doesn't actually see anyone, he gets detected for it. 2E4, and Jude is left in sight as Ford here is absolutely miles off. He is actually getting challenged, so does get punished for it, and just Jude taking down the diffuser, almost getting the double kill there. Sensei with a disrespect, with his first kill of the game, mind you.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Now Jude trying to clutch this, but unable to do anything against the guy on the breach, and 3-2 here for Uwu, who again looking very confident on their attack. Uwu I think have taken 7 out of 11 attack rounds so far. And they are mixing things up a little bit since I'm going back onto his Zofia Elite. And full SSG coming out here again from Rebel, so let's see if they pull this off a second time. And now I'm intrigued to see how TM deal with this with a proper setup.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Was he actually trying to capture the drone here, which is... I'm surprised Fod's doing that when they're trying to pull out the SSG. They should really be shooting the drones and then trying to deny the intel. TM here just getting away with incredibly basic drone spots, but
5 seconds remaining.
They're just making use of the fact that Rebel aren't bothering to chase them.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Oh, pre-fire through the wall doesn't get any damage onto them.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
I thought here with the opening kill, I'm not actually sure who that was onto. It was the Ash just jumping into blue and misses the C4. Maybe doesn't miss the C4 actually. No, he actually downs the Thatcher with that. So very aggressive opening here from VOD. Doing a good job of repelling Uru, who are just going for this church rush and not looking too good for it at the moment as Taz does get forced back. Sensei going with a bold push into site and gets punished for it again. This is not looking good here for Uru, who look like they're going to level up half at 3-3. Relying on the Buck to actually get rid of the castle and get rid of the Legion and Goo Mines.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Uru not even going to be able to get the res onto Crucier, and now Tats is just going to go sulk back in spawn and just talk it through with his team. He's actually running around to try and get Crucier, and he's not going to make it in time. VOD with the double kill. Grand total of about 60 seconds apart from each other, and Yara's completely unaware. Unfortunate for him as he is the unfortunate one who gets picked off. And no church reinforcements. Taz doesn't even look to have the diffuser, so he can't even make use of that. Got plenty of ammo and plenty of shotgun pellets, so we could win his 1v1s here, but the difficulty is going to be actually making it the entire way around the map. I have no idea where the diffuser's actually been dropped here. Just go back to Taz and just spectate him. Gets the kill onto Ford. If he wins this 1v5, it would be one of the greatest colleges I've ever watched, but I just don't think he's going to have time to actually go across the whole map, and the defenders here just need to go and hide on opposite sides. Oh no, the default cam actually calling out this bug, so defender's probably aware at this point, but he doesn't have a diffuser because he probably would have gone for it otherwise. But and he gets killed off from Caesar above with the SMG. Nice shot from Caesar. Nice angle. And we do see an even split at the half, so Uru did manage to win from an even split in the last match, so we'll see if they can do the same again. Double SAS coming out for them with the smoke and the mute, and bringing out the castle. I like the setup coming out from Uru here, with the mute dammers potentially to protect the castle barricades, just drain some of that utility, and then Jaeger or Mai to make it even more awkward.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We haven't actually got the Maestro here, which is a bit of a surprise to me. I'm not sure who they would have dropped. Potentially the castle, I suppose, is one you wouldn't normally see, but not really sure where they put the castle barricades.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Not a clue what they're doing with the castle here. Has he got all three still in his spot? He's putting them all down, I can't... Is he done set up below? Okay, so there's one on New Blue. Puts another one down on the bar. We are just doing a bit of a stage hold here, which is experimental. EMP's going down on the wall straight away, which is going to get opened. And Crucio just running in front of the site, getting away with it. Almost getting away with it. He does get lit up Deservedly so for trying to run back and forth, and he shakes his head in despair. Probably one of the longest setups he's ever had to do, and the shield is instantly gone here, nothing protecting it. And all this set up for the stage that they did, and the attackers have just gone straight through the main wall and through gym bedroom, and they are droning out below, but there's no C4s to actually do any harm. I think just the mute playing C4 and backup is looks at the sky in exasperation. Wild peaks coming out of Yaris as he gets picked off by Magic, and just a lack of intel for Yaris there as he's slow peeking around the window. God lights up the Jaeger, and Team of Uru have lost a lot of HP here, but aren't losing any particular side control for it. Fold finally gets the opening kill for Rebel, taking off Magic. And Tats has been absolutely going off so far in this second half. So since I hear he's got the shotgun and the C4 below, he could do a lot of damage if he's got the intel, but this is where missing the Evil Eyes is going to come back and hurt them. I don't know if I think the castle's running impacts, so there's not even a bulletproof cam to call out any plant spots. Oh, what a shot there. Oh, that was actually Tats who got that kill. That wasn't the SMG-11, which is a shame. The C4 comes up, Caesar blows up, and just Jude left. Surprised to see it swing up this way after the way that this round started, but Uru going for 3 up here. That's swinging out without any intel. Nice black ice on me, Org. We might see Uru start running away with it. They did actually go 5-3 up. Rebel actually went up 5-3, I think, and actually threw it to 7-3, so maybe Uru would throw it as well. Magic going on the Cav by accident. I think that was a random pick, so most likely 6 pick. Bringing out the Goyo here for Church Arsenal. Now there's a lot more utility to break down in the Goyo and the Maestro.
Defuse bombs. Seconds left before insertion.
They are just doing a fairly standard setup of bottom floor again, just reinforcing all of the hatches and bunkering. Let's see if Rebel are as efficient with their droning. They've got one in garage by the looks of it, one top of red stairs. Not quite as aggressive with their droning as Uru were. We're just going to see if Ford pre-fires this entry again, where last time he got the kill onto the Jaeger who was running around by lounge. And he's actually got someone droning for him, so maybe he had a call out last time when it happened. But he's got the Thatcher right next to him, which is really off-putting. And Ford finally makes the entry, so very patient there. Back up, sets up the Claymore. On the garage, flank again. Flying of the camera being shot by Ford. There's Rebel here, just taking control of the rafters, CC, cache, and several people droning Ford in through construction. Ford going a little bit crazy with his peeking here. Matty is top floor cleared at the expense of about 3 HP. Lots of active droning coming out here from Rebel, which is well organised, but not quite as efficient as Uru's was. And Ford lights up Tats quite a lot, but Tats not quite getting away with it. So in a 5v4 here. A couple more people have just tuned in, so Uru 4-3 up. They did win the first map 7-3. 7-5, sorry, not 7-3. It was quite a close match, but Rebel had a lot of trouble defending their bottom floor defense. Both teams here not having the most convincing bottom floor holds. Uru looking a little bit stronger than Rebel did. Moto hatch getting open in the background as I think he's just given up on it. All of the support players left here for Rebel, who have a little bit of utility left, but they've used the majority of it at this point. They can't get rid of this evil either while main says, it's just sat here looking at them. Must be very frustrating for backup, who was just trying to tease it open, but not going to work. And this is possibly going to be the easiest electric law I've ever seen here for Jinky.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
A couple of kills coming up from Uru, just putting this into a confident position, and they do take the round, putting themselves 5-3 up. On to gym bedroom for Uru, who are just 2 rounds away from taking all 6 points here today. Yeah, we're taking a fairly standard lineup, so we have seen the buck fall out for them. They are taking the sledge just to get the extra nades. Even with that, they weren't able to get rid of the Evil Eyes last round, so a little bit awkward for them.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
This site really interesting. First time we played Clubhouse tonight, the castle got banned out and we saw a team struggling to actually protect the wall. This time around they have got the castle, so they can set up a utility in gym on these balcony windows and just offer the site a little bit more protection. Magic just gives up on the CC wall here, actually dropping back to do the cash wall instead.
5 seconds left.
Fairly standard. We have no ADSs in here from what I've seen so far. I don't know where Tats is. Oh, sorry, Magic. I mean, Magic hasn't even put down 2 of his ADSs yet, so dumping them in cash by the looks of it. So, this is really interesting from Uru. So they're actually doubling up on the protection. So you've got both castle barricades and the shield to protect the bandit, which is. I remember the shield being used a lot before the castle setup became popularized. Only 1 ADS, so that could be the weakness behind it, but I don't know if the Evil Maya is far away, so he could double up on it if needs be. Could just stop some magnets. Yeah, he does look to be doing so, so that could protect the castle barricades for a little bit longer. Rebel here, trying to open the wall with just the Thatcher Thermite, which is a little bit risky for them. Yaris actually. I think that might have been one of his nades gone, so very strong setup here coming up from Uru, just protecting this balcony jacuzzi wall. Now Ford, who's got the crucial utility of those impact grenades, which could be needed here to get rid of the castle barricades. He's pushing over to the cash side, and he's taking these gunfights. He gets punished for it, and that is a massive amount of utility taken off the board here. And this must be extremely frustrating because you're losing your entry, but you're also losing your impact grenades, and they're just not getting the utility to break down the shield setups.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Rebel just struggling to make anything happen here as backup's left in the 1v4 situation. drops for hatch. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but he saves his life in the process. And the EMPs to drop behind him. So act of desperation here as he sits with all of the pressure of his team on his shoulders. No rotates, he's just going the entire way around the map. Sensei punished for his jump out. Back up, pre-firing some nice angles, almost lighting up the defenders, but gonna struggle to turn this into anything unless Uru get over aggressive and give them a load of 1v1s. Which they do seem to be doing, so backup's got this into a 1v2. Doesn't see the guy laying down in the gym, and Uru putting themselves onto match point for the second time in a row, potentially going to be walking away with all 6 points here. Pats and Crucio picking up where Sensei left off from the last match. So back to CC here, running the mute kite, and Ford actually going onto a line, which surprises me considering the utility meta has been punishing them so hard. Wondering if Ford's just getting a little bit frustrated, maybe just teasing it as a 6-pick. Maybe he's going to bust out something crazy. No, never mind. No Carly entry fragger.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So 6 people tuning in here just to see potentially the last round of TM Uru walking away. Maybe reveal 6 points. We'll see if Rebel can come back to try and pull this back for nicking 1 point off them, but TM have looked to just have a little bit more coordination about them. The Gunslinger has been fairly even. I gotta say Tats and Sensei and Crucio have just been going off pretty consistently.
10 seconds to go.
I should imagine Uru feeling fairly confident having just done a full cycle of their defenses.
5 seconds to go.
And Ford seems to...
Attackers
this line pick to me says that he's frustrated because he's bringing out the DMR, and I think he's going for, I don't know, just a bit of fun at this point. Probably missing his base stacks, who's not here tonight to co-IGL with him. I don't know if they actually are co-IGL. Rebel do have a couple of interesting support players alongside some very experienced fragging players who have been in the scene IGLing and making strats for a while, but not showing up for them here tonight as Team Misalignment have looked very confident. Doing once again this hold down in the stage with the angles into lounge. Really interesting way of stopping the attackers going below, but it's just not doing anything because the Thatch is in place, so I don't really see the point in it. It would work maybe if you had a second C4, but Magic's not playing downstairs, and Sensei's doing what he can, but it's not particularly much. It's time ticking away for Rebel here. We've got a minute and 50 left of this round to try and salvage something. Yaris does get the opening kill, so Rebel do finally have a man advantage to work with. And Ford actually gets another kill here, so the utility meta being thrown out the window, maybe just working for Rebel, who are able just to get a little bit more aggressive, get these walls open. Misalignment just swinging out to level this out. Actually getting too aggressive here, and Ford struggling to actually finish off that kill with the DMR. And Rebel actually take the round, so 4-6 here, and Uru, despite looking like they were going to complete their defense rotations pretty convincingly, they've actually given away around here. This could be the tumble. Let's see if they manage to pull this back. I would imagine they're going to go onto a different site. I don't see why they would waste going back to CC again. They've got church basement available, and yeah, they do rotate onto church. Bring out a similar setup to last time. The Kai's been doing a lot of work for me on this bottom floor as they've just been, I think they've been tricking this hatch. I mean, they've been managing to get the thermite charge on the church wall.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I think we're seeing yet another bunker. So only a couple of roam strategies coming up from these teams across the basement defenses. We're mostly just relying on wasting a little bit of time above and then C4s and Evil Eyes to try and hold it. Jinky's been playing the TCSG, which he's actually not got any sights on, which is disgusting. I've never seen that before. Why would you do that, Jinky? And you don't have C4 either. Jinky, I am judging you right now. That is a monstrosity.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb in the defuse.
I don't know what to make of that. I'd actually never even seen what the iron sights looked like, and I wish I never had. Gonna go to Vector Magic over here, who is actually running a holo, and a much nicer looking gun. So Tat's on a little bit of a roam, trying to see if he can just get an open kill. He's actually got Sensei with him here, but Magic picked off by, I think that was Fod. Yeah, it was Fod. I'm not sure where Fod is in the game these skills, just on the main stairs. And Rebel here, if they can make use of this round, they can pull it back to final round where they've got the chance to walk away with a point. Not sure if the frustration factor is turning into a little bit more of a zealousness from Rebel, which could act in terms of actually getting them some aggressive plays. They spot the Jaeger. Jaeger and the Vigil still roaming, I think. And the Jaeger's actually pinned in place by the... He actually gets detected by the Lion scan, so... The drone on him, just in the... A couple of drones on him actually, so he's in a lot of trouble here as he tries to rotate out. And I'm not sure if the arrow's been defusing. No, the arrow's not defusing, I'm not sure what I just saw, but really good roam play here coming out from Rebel. Fod making really good use of that Lion scan to actually just pin the Jaeger in, but... Oh, Sensei gets droned and swings on the Hibana. Down to Hibana, I'm not sure he's aware of this, and he's probably just going to run away, which means Dude's got the opportunity to get picked up. Oh, and picked off there. Nice shot from Fod. I think that might have been a one-tap due to the amount of HP that Sensei had been taken down to. And not enough time wasted here, and Crucio's going to have to make use of his Elder, because I just don't even want to spectate Jinky. This is just... I hope he doesn't get a kill. I don't want him to get rewarded for this. Now, every single time I've casted Uwu so far, I've seen Jinky in a 1v3 situation. So I want Crucio to get 2 kills here, so that I can once again see Jinky try and clutch. Sees the Thermite go into the Moto, and Jinky gets picked off, so it's just Crucio in the 1v5, and Rebel give themselves an opportunity to get a point here. They've got 1 round left, and it's 6-5. Clubhouse going the full way both times over so far. Uru won it the first time 7-5. Rebel with the opportunity here to get a draw out of the second half. And back to CC for TM, much to my surprise. Really surprised that they haven't gone back to bottom floor. Busting out the clash strats from the first defense of Clubhouse from the first time playing it. And they work, to be fair, so I'm not surprised to see them come back. For those of you tuning in, this is the final round. We're putting their trust into CC to try and get them the 6 points here. They have 3 in the bag. They've got 1 round to try and secure the 6.
Activating camera.
Fairly standard setup again for Uru
10
here.
seconds to go.
Reinforcing rafters wall. I haven't done the red stairs wall yet, which I assume is what Jinky's going to go and do in a minute.
Attackers are moving.
Oh, they've actually put all of their reinforcements down, so I've missed something. I'm not sure what they have actually done this wall, which Rebel weren't doing. Ford has been sticking this line, which worked out well on the bottom floor. I'm not sure if it's for play for top floor, but I don't know, maybe the DMR's got some magic ability that he just loves.
Big brothers incoming.
For playing the line for the soft breach, maybe.
A bomb has been located.
Place device.
I really expected Uru to tidy this up at 6-3. I thought they were going to walk away with it, and they've shown a little bit of immaturity to let themselves slip to this point. And I'm not sure if they're going to be able to keep their heads up in this last round. Bandit here,
Attackers have located a bomb.
just sat waiting, just going careful with the utility being dumped in on him. And the utility dump could cause him to lose the ward. He actually manages to get the bandit down in the middle of a lion scan, but EMP going down. The lion scan could have been used to identify when the bandit was coming forward, but not used quite in that manner. And magic falls off him, which I think is probably a wise decision considering he's on very little HP. Wall open, but Fod gets picked off by the Jaeger of Tats. Now a little bit of map control for Rebel, but losing the man advantage. Magic on so little HP that he could get picked off fairly easily. Now this is the issue that Rebel have got. They don't have anything to get rid of this shield. Both nades have been used by Yaris. And Sensei gets the killer onto the Yaris, and Rebel now staring down the barrel of a second 7-5 on Clubhouse, which is grueling and intensive. A lot of pressure once again on the 3 support players to try and clutch this out. Oh, the lovely upside down rappel from backup, but he can't quite land the headshot onto Jinky. Could have turned around there with a couple more shots hitting. Just one headshot onto the smoke there would have made a world of difference, but he's not quite able to land it in. Rebel just teasing getting a man advantage with so many of the Uru players are getting lit up, and finally a flurry of kills coming in from Rebel. 3-3 here. They've got an opportunity to turn this round into a point. But Caesar not aware of a player behind him. It is actually the shotgun. He gets the headshot. Jude does get injured. It's Caesar in backup, trying to go for the plant here. Refires onto... And it's a 1v1 between Caesar and Crucio. Caesar actually putting the plant down, and Crucio coming in to try and get the kill. Baits it out with the impact, and Caesar comes off the plant. Not the play from Caesar here, and if he'd stuck that, he potentially could have won it, but 7-5 again for Uru, and Rebel understandably leaving at the end of it.